Popular Mechanics just reported that humans will achieve immortality in as little as 7 years because of artificial intelligence and nanobot technology that will be able to repair humans on a cellular level, making it possible for us to be immortal.
This comes after Uganda passed a bill in parliament that would criminalize identifying as LGBTQ and opposing the death penalty on some acts.
Hey peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, I know that it may not seem like it's been a very long time since I posted, but it has. There has been so much stuff going on in my life where I just have not been filming videos whatsoever, probably on TikTok, which you should go support my TikTok before it gets banned. But I have some things I want to come over here and talk about because I'm so happy that Lana Del Rey's new album came out, and I just have so many feelings, so many thoughts, and so many even I do have some beef with some certain things, but it's not that bad. It's not like I hate the album or anything like that. It's just certain things that I'm like, okay, this needs to change. But I'm just so happy about this album, and I just really want to talk about that. And of course, I want to talk about some political things, Ghana. They have this anti-gay bill, actually anti-gay bill. And it's so disheartening to see in those other countries, but also it makes me happy to be American. And I'm just going to call out all the American gays that always complain about their fucking rights when we have all our fucking rights here in America. And I also want to talk about this interesting thing that I saw on Instagram where they was talking about how scientists think that they're gonna have make people get immortality in 7 years. And I just have so many thoughts about this, and honestly this is where I think that science just goes too fucking far. But yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about, and so let's get started. All right, you guys, so you already know that I love Lana Del Rey, and I'm always gonna have the time to come on here and speak about Lana Del Rey because she's my favorite artist, and she just have been through my youth, ever since I was fucking 14, 15, something like that. And I've always gravitated towards her music because I always thought she was cool. I always thought that she was different, and I always felt like she was a modern day Billie Holiday in a way, and she gives me that vibe, and there's no one like her. Even though they try, there's no one like her. Taylor Swift can try, she can never be Lana. It just is what it is. And I'm just so happy to see her continue to grow and continue to change her sounds, try to be more real in her album. I think Lana has really put her whole heart and soul in this new album. Did you know that there's a tunnel under the ocean Blvd? That's a tongue fucking twister, bitch. But it's honestly such a great album, and I'm just so happy to be able to be in this lifetime where we're able to listen to this type of music and experience this. Because honestly, imagine if you're 1 year old right now and you literally don't get to have the chance to listen to this in real time. Can you imagine? I just couldn't imagine. So it's a blessing, and it's you should always thank God and thank God for allowing you to experience music and be able to enjoy it, you know what I mean? But this album is so raw and so honest and so it's so colorful too, in a way, even though it's kind of haunting. It's kind of a little sombery. It's almost kind of dark, but at the same time there's a light. And I like the song Let Your Light In. I honestly love that song so much. Where even though there's some things going on in your life, it's okay to let a little bit of light in. Don't let the darkness take over who you are, you know what I mean? It's okay, it's okay to be sad, but just let some light in. I love that song so much. That's honestly one of my favorite songs from this album. I thought that it was beautiful, especially it was collaborated with Father John Misty, which I like his music. I don't listen to everything, but in the past I've listened to all his music basically. I really like that song. I love Fingertips. especially with like how deep and honest it is about her story. Because I've always been interested in Lana Del Rey's story of, you know, um, you know, talking about her past and talking about growing up as a teenager and having like, like battling with alcoholism and, her time being in Lake Placide, in upstate New York. And I really enjoy, reading and learning about her past because she's very mysterious. She's always been very mysterious. And she goes in deep in this song about when she almost attempted suicide. Like she was in her swimsuit, jumped into the water and almost tried to like basically off herself. And you know I think about that, and I think about her, talking about her, how fame is such a sacrifice. Like she couldn't even go and check on like her uncle, or like wrap her head around her uncle being like dying, because she had to go sing for like some prince and like the Maldives or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's really sad and really heartbreaking. But then when she talks about how her mother or her parents, I don't know if Robert wanted to send her to boarding school, all because she really just wanted to fall in love and be like a regular 16-year-old. I really think that like the boarding schools really have fucked Lana up, honestly. It really put in perspective like how, parents think that like sending their kids off to, places to ground their kid or whatever like that. I don't think it really works. Cause like look at Lana. Lana is very seductive. She's been through the ringer. She has been through a lot. She has done so many things that we probably don't even know about. That's in her music, and I think that it really gives a perspective that this stuff, it doesn't really help. It doesn't work. You have to be a parent and actually put your fucking foot down and guide your child in the way that you want them to be, instead of send them off to some fucking boarding school, off to who God knows where. You know what I mean? Just like with the Paris Hilton thing, what happened with her, like she was sexually abused and stuff like that there, and it never really helped her. But I mean, she's great now, but it's still traumatic. And I think that these things have really brung on traumatic times for women like Lana, women like Paris Hilton, and many other women, and probably men too. And I just love that she shared her story, and honestly, it just put a perspective on how shameful parents are and how they don't really, know how to take care of a child, or like, guide a child, you know what I mean? Even if they're doing bad things and, going out with friends and drinking alcohol at a very young age. Yes, I do think it's bad, but, and, not only irresponsible to the parent, but also bad for the child too. Like there's also some responsibility that Lana has to take. But I like that she tells a story about that and she reflects off of that, And there's a lot of different songs on her that I really admire and I really cherish, because about, family death and stuff like that. Y'all already know, like, I think like what was it, a month ago or two, like I've had numerous deaths in the family, and her to put this out and talk about her grandmother, her grandfather and stuff like that, and that have passed, and her Uncle Dave, it really touches my heart, because I feel that it's really personal. It grabs my heart, and I don't want to cry, because honestly, like I do still have feeling. I'm not the kind of person to like show my feelings, like I keep it all in, and I'm an ultimate Aquarius bitch, where like I just keep it all in. I do me, and I keep moving on. That's just how I am. Just like when she's like, it only give me 2 seconds to cry. Like, it 2 seconds to breathe. I truly I agree with that. Like life just goes on and life just happens, and you just can't really sit back and dwell in it. You have to let the light in. See? And I just love it. I do. I love the peppers with Tommy. I really thought that was amazing. I thought that, like, bitch, like, hands on my knees, I'm Angelina Jolie. Like, I love that she picks, like, these great mixes of NFR and this current album, and, like, basically, like, ending the trilogy of, like, NFR and, like, this album and Blue Bannisters, and, those albums, almost it's kind of like this is the third and last baby, you know what I mean, between Blue Bannisters and NFR. And I think that she really executed this beautifully. Truly, she executed this beautifully, and this album is so great. I don't know if it's gonna be album of the year. I do know that Pitchfork did pit. You know, best new music is 8.3. That's the score of it. They said this is a genre of pop and R&B. Cool. I like that she, like, you know, called the critics out, trying to say that, like, you know, she's been manufactured and stuff like that. And her the grandfather song, I like that. I like that she really is also connected with God too. If you listen to like the interview, the interlude, and listen to, like, you know, how she like begs God to look over her and her father, and, like, you know, and I like the grants. I like all the singles, by the way. Like, I have no issue with none of the singles. I'm not gonna go in every single song that I like, but I'm just letting you know, like, this are my feelings. One thing that I don't like about the album, I'm just gonna go in and just talk about it because, like, it's important. You know, in Blue Masters, we could hear Lana clearly, right? Like, we could hear Lana clearly. I feel like in this album, there was a lot, like, the mixes are so good that, like, her voice with the instruments, they just, like, they align so well that, like, I can barely understand what the fuck she's saying in some of the songs because her voice is so high and the instrumentals are so high that it makes it very hard for me to comprehend what she's talking about in the songs. You know what I mean? And I feel like many people can relate, can understand that. And if they don't, like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you relate to be honest. But it's true, and I think I really hope that she goes back to a deeper register so we can understand what she's talking about. That I really have to listen to the lyrics and try to put my own spin on it. And also, like, these songs are not very single-long type of songs either. Like, it's poetry. Like, Lana's new album is like fucking poetry. I cannot sing along with this shit. Like, there's some songs you can sing along, but, like, it's poetry. She's in the upper register. I can't barely keep up. There's some things I can't comprehend when she's sings because she's in high register, but I love the fucking album. Like, it's so fucking good. But there's some things that she can do. You know, there's some things that she can change, get lower register. I want lower register sometimes, but even though she tried to incorporate that, but, like, I don't know, it needs to be more clear. That's my whole gripe with it, you know. I've listened to it on the phone. I've listened to it with headphones. I think with headphones it's the best. I listen to it with Alexa. It kind of worries everything out. You know, you have to really sit there, have your headphones in, listen to it, put it in your fucking veins, basically. And I just love it. I think it's great. I am so happy. I don't know what she's going to do next, just like with Blue Bannisters. I did not know what the fuck she's going to do next. I did not know that this was going to be such a great album. I honestly tried to step away from the Lana fandom, and I don't listen or look at anything that they try to do when it comes to snippets, come to a track list. I don't look at shit. I think that's the best way, because you get your own opinion, you have your own feelings about the music, and you don't try to listen to other people's opinions about, like, oh, this is gonna come. Like, I think Lana fandom has ruined music, where there's no mystery anymore. And I think that, like, you as an individual, if you really love an artist and you love their music, you don't listen to the snippets, you don't listen to you don't even want to look at the track list, you don't even want to know what's going to come next. You just want to be oblivious, see what she posts, and then boom, and just go. Like, even some posts about these fandoms and stuff like that, I look at them and I just go. Like, I don't even think about it, because I want to be surprised when I listened to it, and I was very surprised, and I'm so happy, and I just think it gives a better feeling to music. And that's it. That's all I have to say about Lana Del Rey's new album. I think it's amazing. I think that you know, if you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to like it. It's fine. And if you have something negative to say about it, you should fucking say it. Like, criticism is okay. Like, you know, like, we don't have to like it. Like, you know, it's not like Lana's gonna probably like it or whatever like that. I mean, she doesn't like criticism. I don't like criticism either. I will block you if you have something negative to say about me. That's just how I feel, like, period. Like, who gives a fuck about your opinion? It's my opinion. Whether you like it or you don't. And if you don't, get the fuck out. That's just how I feel. But, yeah, you know, it's okay to say what you want to say, but, like, you know, let's be aware. Like, no one really cares. But anyways, I have some other things to talk about, and yeah. All right, so I really want to dive into like this Ghana anti gay bill because I think it's very important. I also have my iPad right here to get a perspective of how deeply actually homophobic Ghana is. And it's so crazy. Like there's like this member of parliament. Um, he's dressed in an anti-gay gown, attends a debate of anti-homosexuality acts inside the chambers at the parliament buildings in Uganda, and it literally says, "Say no to homosexuality, lesbians, and gays, and whatever else." And like, which is fine. Like, you don't have to like gays. I'm totally okay with that. Like, I don't. You don't have to like gays. You don't have to like transgenders either. Just like I don't like the MBs. You don't like that like me. It's perfectly fine with me. I truly do. But I truly do think that like, we should all be able to do what we want. But see, here's the thing. Like countries like Africa, stuff like that, they don't have a constitution. We don't have they don't have amendments and stuff like that like we do here in America. So it's quite literally different over there. So they can make whatever law they want to, of how they feel. Like it's quite literally really different over there. And I think that when it comes to these bills, in Uganda or across Africa, it really gives a perspective that like I'm so happy and blessed to be in America, and that like any motherfucker out there that is American, that is gay, trans, or whatever like that, you are the most privileged person in the world. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now. Cause like, what if you're in Uganda? What if you're in Africa and they have those laws where you can't even have sexual intercourse with the man or woman that you like if you're a lesbian or a gay man? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, like in America, you're able to do whatever you want. How come in America the only reason why you're bitching and crying is because you can't twerk or like do like adult entertainment in front of children, and you're gonna say that like they're trying to ban drag shows? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you crazy? And why you think that Uganda and Africa is doing like these extreme anti-gay bills is because they see what's going on here in America, and they see like how twisted and disgusting you people are, where you want to like get mad for not being able to dance and twerk in front of children. That's why they're doing harder and more stricter laws and legislations, because of you and how disgusting you are. Like, you're very disgusting. And like, honestly, if I was Uganda, I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing, especially if they don't have no awareness of who, like, what homosexuality is or transgenderism is, and looking at other countries. I would do the same thing, because you are disgusting. You are destroying the community. You are destroying our acceptance. You are destroying our rights. You are destroying everything in other people, in other countries. Like, we have our rights, we're preserved, but these rights that you want to dance in front of children are cause allow children, minors, to cut off their fucking penises and their breasts, and have long-term effects of like, they don't even fucking know what's going to happen to them in the long run. Like, you are disgusting. Something's wrong with you. You are demonic, in my opinion. You are demonic, in my opinion. And there's no boundaries, and that's why people and other places like Africa that has like the most extreme anti-gay laws, like anti-trans laws, they do that because they look at you. They look at you. And I don't understand why you can't comprehend that. It's fucking disgusting. Legislation with President, I don't know how to say his name, has yet to sign into law, calls for lengthy prison sentences for people who identify as gay or found to have promoted homosexuality, established a death penalty for homosexual acts with minors. Well, of course, obviously, people with disabilities, and several other groups. Wow. Negative and dehumanizing rhetoric against Uganda's LGBTQIA community heightened as legislators debated the bill, and they call them as deviants. And some supporters of the bill say it would make Uganda comport with God's wishes. Wow. See, that's like it's very theocratic. Like, we should be happy that it's not like that. And those people over there, they're going through it. I feel so bad for them. I pray to God that, like, things change, and that our world change over here in America, and that we go back to normalcy and not promote this like, it is deviant, like what America is trying, like Americans, gay Americans, trans Americans, stuff like that. is trying to perpetuate that we can dance and twerk and do adult entertainment from children. It's very perverse. It is perverse. And honestly, if it was up to me and if I was president, I would put you under the jail. There would be a fire squad for you. I'm just letting you know right now. Like, I think it's perverse. I don't like the word slowly but surely allowing soft pedophilia, you know, and thinking that it's okay. It just doesn't make sense. You guys, that's just how I feel. And, you know, and people may look at me crazy because like, oh, you have makeup on, you do this, you do that. Bitch, it doesn't mean shit. I like grown adult men. I like men, okay? I don't like children. I don't want to be around children. I don't want children to be dance in front of drag queens, grown men dressed up, twerking and shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Just because I have makeup on doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything that you do. It's stupid. Like, I don't get this. It blows my mind. I don't get it. Like, okay, I'm gay. I wear makeup, but I don't like children being twerked on. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't get it. See, it makes me mad. But you're so privileged. Like, you're so privileged that you've gone so far that you want to twerk in front of children. Dude, don't even get me mad. Like, honestly, like, that shit pisses me off. And people who don't get it, you're fucking retarded. Anyways. Okay. Scientists are saying that, like, humans will achieve immortality in 7 years, says Futuristics. Dude, here's my thing. Like, y'all already know, like, I'm not religious, but I do feel like God is everything, and I think that you should respect God's creations and not fuck with God's creations. Like, who do you think you are? Like, I don't understand why these scientists think that they're God. Like, you're not God. Just because you went to college and you're libtarded and you're woke and you think just because you have a degree doesn't make you God. And the fact that these people are really perpetuating that they can, like, you know, make, you know, technology is going to be able to make us immortality when technology is man-made. I don't understand why they think that they can, like, try to make us transhumanisms. I feel like we kind of already are with our cell phones already always in our fucking hands 24/7. But to go as far to, like, basically, what does it say here? It says, in 7 years, humans might be able to live indefinitely, predicts a futurist with a track record of accurate predictions. He believes that with the technological advances and expansions we're witnessing today in genetics, robots, and nanotechnology, we'll soon have nanobots running through our veins. Like, isn't that transhumanism? Like, why do these people think that they're gods? It just doesn't make sense to me. I would never inject anything in my body that is man-made, honestly. Like, and honestly, when I was a child and I couldn't have a say-so of the V's and stuff like that, I probably would have never got that either. As a grown adult, I've never gotten a V. I've never gotten a flu shot. I've never gotten any of that kind of stuff because I don't believe it. I don't trust it. It's man-made. And, you know, as far as I go, I, like, put on makeup, even that's man-made. And honestly, sometimes that even fucking scares me with the chemicals and shit like that going into our veins and body. Like, you know, it's so much different things. I don't say that. Like, like, see, that... Y'all getting to know me a little bit more. Like, I'm actually, like, kind of like that. Like, I'm anti that kind of stuff, to be honest. But, you know, I'm normal. I'm going to, like, do normal shit as a human. Makeup has been around for years, you know. It has advanced, you know, to be safe to wear. But there's still things that we should, like, you know, be cautious of. And things like that should be something that we should be cautious of. Like, why the fuck do you want a fucking chip in your body? It just goes along with, like, you know, the New World Order and, like, you know, the, like, okay, once you have the chip in your body, like, are they going to be able to hack our bodies?
You say that the latest human quest is immortality and divinity. We're all trying to be superhumans. Is that actually happening?
Yes, in places like Silicon Valley, equality is out, but immortality is in. Everybody's talking about immortality. Google has just established 2 or 3 years ago a sub-company called Calico, whose stated aim is to solve the problem of death. We've solved search, now we'll solve death.
Many tyrants and governments wanted to do it, but nobody understood biology well enough. And nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. Neither the Gestapo nor the KGB could do it. But soon, at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people.
And make us do what they want us to do. Technology can be hacked any fucking time. I mean, like, look at the fucking banks. I mean, like, everything's falling apart. Anything with technology is going to fall apart because it's man-made. It's not going to last forever either, period. So, you know, you may want some extra life on your lifeline in your heart lines or whatever like that. But, you know, life isn't forever, and we wasn't meant to be here forever. Everything's wrong, you know, like even me being a gay man, it wasn't what God has planned, but we are the way we are because we was born out of sin. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, it doesn't mean that we're discussing human beings, you know, as long as you're not doing something that's actually foul, like sleeping with a fucking child, or like, you know, murdering someone, or really, you know, RAPEing someone. Like you know, we know morally what's wrong and what's right, you know, but, you know, we're imperfect humans. Things happen, and, you know, it just is what it is. And yeah, that's my thoughts about that. I hope you understand what I mean by that. I'm happy to be back and making videos. I'm going to probably make another video tomorrow. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I love you so much. And like I always say, don't forget to be yourself, no one else. Don't forget to check out my TikTok and check out my Beauty Queen thrift store on Depop, and I would gratefully appreciate it. And yeah, so bye bitches, peace out.